Alright, there we go. Now you guys should be able to hear some talking. So the mistake I just made was I took out the motherboard, didn't tighten this piece down. But now I have that in, so we should be good. Now, I'm going to tell you the specs at the end of this. But I gotta, first of all, obviously get it all together. Tighten that down. I want to show this right here. You see that? There should be your corner where your CPU goes in. Oh shit, hold on, there's actually. Damn! Intel does it different. I'll show you once I go to put the CPU in, how to tell which way to put it in. Here, we'll just put the CPU in now. I'll show you. So we're working with an i7-8700, which is, yes, you might be like, this sounds old and not powerful. Do not shit on it. I'll be right back and I'll tell you why. Okay. Ready to get some toilet paper. I'm going to clean off this and put new thermal paste on. Even though the thermal paste I kind of did redo not too long ago. And I haven't had this for long. I didn't fully redo it. I just put some new stuff on. All you do is softly wipe it until you get most of it off, and then you should be good. Okay, we're almost there. There we go. An i7-8700. It might not sound that crazy, but the thing boosts up to like 4.4 gigahertz. Now with these, you see that little dot and then the arrow? The arrow, hold on. Damn, that doesn't really help you. Pretty much my way to tell, you see these little dip-like slots in both sides. They should line up with two little dips going outwards on the top. That's where it slips in. See how it fit perfect? Now with these, yes, it's scary. Just be ready. They take some pressure. So you put this back, right? Until you see this touching right behind the little screw. Move it forwards. It slips under the screw. Keep pin down pressure until you can put that under the edge. And let me tell you, it's terrifying to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and fully screw in the motherboard before I do that. Oh my god, I get that piece. Okay. Now we just gotta make sure the motherboard's situated in how it's supposed to be. There we go. Now it's situated how it's supposed to be. Let's do what I was doing, but this time not mess up, hopefully. There is nothing I can mess up on now, I feel like. That's a lie, there's a lot, but nothing big. It's not a bad process if you know what you're doing, or if you are not shaky or have problems or anything like this. But there we go. I'm slightly rookie. I kind of know what I'm doing, kind of don't. I've never really worked with an office PC though, so this is out of my comfort zone. But that's the only way to really learn is by doing it, so may as well learn. And I didn't need to take this apart, but I thought I could do something fun for a video, and I mistaked what I was going to do completely, and then realized what I was doing was kind of stupid. It might not work, So I may as well go back with my other design and try to figure a way around that. Because I always get excited and try to make video ideas come true, and then I realize, damn, that was kind of far-fetched. But right now, I'm just showing how you can put one of these together. Because let me tell you, I would have loved to see a video how to put one of these together. Because I gotta be real, I feel like it was hard as shit to find one of these videos. And I mean, there's not a big audience that are gonna be watching this to actually do it, but never know. Yeah, but this should run Fortnite and Apex and games like that with no problem. The only big issues with these computers, not much room, low wattage, and very hard to keep the CPU cool. But other than that, these computers are insane budget to performance builds. Like, for 220 bucks, you ain't getting a computer this good normally. I got this computer for $106, upgrade the RAM for $60, and got a $40 graphics card. And it's a monster. And I just wanted to show the RAM quick that I have. DDR4, 8 gig stick, 3600 speed, very fast. Did I need that speed? No, I could have went with 2400 speed or 2666 speed. But honestly, I found this RAM, and why not go with better RAM if it was the same price? But no, you can get RAM as cheap as even $50 for this. If you buy one with 16 gigs already installed, it'd be 150 bucks. Then you just throw a $50 to $70 graphics card in there. For me, I'm running a $44 1050 Ti. Takes power from the motherboard, since with these computers you do not have a actual, what do you call it? You don't get a plug-in for graphics cards. I can upgrade this power supply though to like 500 watts and stuff. I need to find the right one. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna actually upgrade it if I can. You also are limited on cooler and stuff like that, but there are ways around all this if you buy cases that you can put this motherboard into. But there's also a lot of problems and stuff I want to figure out first. Like, what happens to these plugs? If I put it in a case, I can't just plug it in because the case is always going to be shut. So I'm going to figure out ways around that and then update you guys. And I'm going to post a video testing this computer in an actual like better case, better cooler, and all kinds of crap. And show you how far you can bring it. But now we got a clean CPU cooler. Now we're good to go. We can start adding components, is what they're called. First of all, we got 256 gigs of what do you call it? Storage. Now, originally I had a faster one of these in there that was 500 gigs, but I switched it to this because I already had games pre-installed on it. There we go. Wham. There we go. There's a hair. There we go. Got that. Now that's good to go pretty much. I'm gonna grab the screw for it. I screwed it. Damn it, this big case is in my way. I got that stuff moved. Okay. Now, for the next component, I'll pin, let's do RAM. Now, with these little white slots, you see how there's like the little white ends? That's where you put it in. You see how that little slit's lower down? You look at this, and you can tell which way the slit goes. I mean, actually, in the video, you can't really. It looks like there's a hair. It's annoying me. Okay, there we go. Wham. And then let's grab the other one. Wham. And now we got both in their places. Just push down both sides and it slips straight in like that. You should hear 2 clicks, or at the same time hear both. wiggle test. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's probably not healthy for the computer. Now, something I like about these Office computers, which I'm not going to put the graphics card in yet. I was debating on it. We will in a second. You can see I can plug in the CPU power. Plug in the power supplies power. Plug in the turn on button. Plug in this to there. I think I'm right with that. And then plug in, no idea what that is. I'm going to move this up a little bit so it's more towards every plug I'm plugging into. And then this one you won't be able to see, but it's a very miniature one. This one actually might be a little stressful. Okay, hold on. Okay, I lied. That was decently stressful. That was difficult to get in. Okay. And one of my last plugs right here. Not my last one, but one of my last. Because there's like one more after this. And that's how you plug in everything on it. Just very simple. They all kind of have colors that match and show you where they go. There we go. Okay, that should be good. Now, don't worry about these extras. These are for storage that you pin there. Now I have everything plugged in. I'm going to take 1 second and grab the little screw I need for that. 1 second. Oh no, there's an issue. We may have lost that. We will find the screw. Give me a second. God, why is PC building gotta be such a headache sometimes? Okay, we may have lost the world's smallest screw in the world. Okay, that's stressful. I don't know where it went. We're just going to keep going and ignore that. I'll come back to that because I honestly may have said it somewhere. I'm just blind. My room's a little bit of a mess. But okay. To add the graphics card. Actually, I should probably do cooler still first. Okay. I was just looking at the angle I'd have to put it in. Now, depending on what thermal compound you want to use, which I'm just going to use some simple stuff that came with a cooler, because it looks very nice. I think a little X pattern's the best. Now, that may have been a shitload, but honestly not the worst to do a lot. Now, if you want to be all perfect about it, which I'm going to be, I'm just going to take this and we're just going to spread it. Smear it straight on the perfect amount. Now you see how I'm getting it perfect. So keep going for a second. Almost there. And there we go. Pretty much done. There we go. I mean, that's a large glob of it everywhere, but I mean, it's better to use a lot than little. Let me tell you that flat out. There we go. CPU's pinned down. And then you just try to line up your cooler bits. First try, like that. Then you take the CPU and you see these little divots. Make sure they're aiming the same way as that little wall on the plug. There we go. And then you just screw it down. Now, with this is something that even I used to make a mistake on. Screw it a little bit, and do it like wham, 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 corner to corner. Do first ting, 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 ting when you screw it. And just keep slowly tightening. See how I'm going around. And don't tighten a lot any of the times. Just keep doing a little bit. Just keep going to corners and just doing a small bit once you started. And don't apply too much pressure if you can. And then keep doing that until you feel some tightness, and then you give it like 3 extra screws, and you should be good. Alright, that one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. Okay. And now we're good with that. You take graphics card. And all you do with the graphics card is you slip it. Make sure this bit, instead of going over, because I accidentally went over, you just try to get right under the edge. You aim it and line it up with the little port it goes in. Once you got it, you just give it a soft press till it clicks down and that piece shuts. Now you can screw this to keep it screwed down, but with some office computers, you just wham. And since it's a small graphics card, it'll stay in place. And there you go. That's how you set up the whole computer. Completely done, ready to play games. 16 gigs of RAM, a 1050 Ti 4 gig, and an i7 8700 overclocked, which overclocked can equal around a 5600 or even beat the 5600 CPU, the Ryzen 5 5600. Because this CPU, let me tell you, is a monster. It takes 130 watts though. But if it's beating the 5600, it's worth it, trust me. But yeah, there's the stream. I don't know how long that was. 30 minutes. Okay. Just a little 30-minute stream, me building the computer and showing how I did it and everything. For fun. Now, this is a $220 office computer that can play most games. The graphics card, even though you're very limited on upgrades, you can go to like a 3050, which is like $140 or something like that. And if you go to a 3050, then you get 6 gigs of VRAM, and you go from being able to play games at 1080p settings that are medium to playing high or maxed out settings on 1080p, because this computer is not bad. But yeah, there's the video, just me showing myself pinning together a computer. See y'all later.